Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. The dark side of. Thank you. The long and the short of it. That's what we're getting into. That's what we're getting into today. And it's one of those things. I've said it and I've talked about it on the live streams over and over. But if you really want information to stick, you have to repeat it. You have to hit it over and over and over. It helps you understand. That's really where it comes down to. So we're going to be getting into the long and the short of it. Going to give you a real good explanation here right after this. And I clearly need to add some audio to that graphic. I'll get that straight. That straightened up as we go. All right. So the long and the short of it, what do I mean by that? Today is a very, very excellent example, just a perfect example of understanding the difference between your long positions, your short positions, how you're playing it, what you're doing with the market, and so forth and so on. And Bitcoin never really disappoints on some of these days. So it seemed it just seemed perfect. Now, look, I'm not a big Bitcoin investor. I have some. Obviously, man, look, you want to be diversified in your holdings out here. So at least a portion of it needs to be Bitcoin. But Bitcoin doesn't move in the radical percentages that the rest of the alt tokens move. So anything below like top 25, when Bitcoin shakes its can of nickels, everything else out here kind of gets hammered. Now, here's the kicker. Some people see this as a tremendous opportunity. I happen to be one of those people. I'm not wishing for the market to go down. I will never be one of those guys. Boy, I hope it goes lower so I can buy more. I will never, ever be one of those people. But there's kind of a herd mentality that goes on out here, and particularly around Bitcoin. And when any kind of big player starts selling, everybody starts to get worried. Next thing you know, they're all selling. Next thing you know, we have a nice big dump off, and it kind of blows everything up. Now, part of being diversified includes cash, or at least did better. For me personally, I keep about 20% of all of my holdings are sitting there in stables at any given time, just for that. Just for this right there. So when the worst happens, or when something like this happens and people start to go to pieces, I'm in a position to buy. Now, whether I'm going to scalp, whether I'm going to leverage something, it really doesn't matter. What it is it is setting me up for my long positions. And what I mean by the long and the short of it is I have a few projects that I'm absolutely long on. And when I mean long on, meaning I am with them for the entire run. Let's see what happens. I have very specific criteria for myself personally of what is going to be a long token and what isn't. And my criteria is really, really basic out here. I need a team that I can trust. I need a team that is doxed, meaning that we can see the wallets. And I need a team that is building and monetizing a protocol, whatever that protocol happens to be. As long as there's a path to monetization, I'm there. That's what gives me. That's what will allow a token like that or a protocol like this to be successful, is if it's a business, is if the product is not the token. The token is the gas for the product, but it's not the product itself. That's why I'm in what I'm in. That's why I'm in Jackal. It's why I'm in Astrovault. It's why I'm in Cash and the ones that I'm in. But the short of it is what you do to take advantage of market conditions to be able to increase your long bags using other people's money. That is the short of it. So when something like this is going on, when we have these nice big things, and this is all in regards to there's some inflation concerns. There's the tariff and war with Canada or whatever the hell that is right now. So people are shaky. Dow Jones, last time I checked, I don't know where it's going to be now, but when I looked this morning, it was down about 500 points. And that's going to shake off Bitcoin because we're TradFi now for all intents and purposes. As long as everything we have is pegged to Bitcoin and everything that we have out here is in fact pegged to Bitcoin, as long as that's occurring, then we are, for all intents and purposes, TradFi. Because when the market shakes, when the Dow Jones shakes, Bitcoin's going to shake right along with it, because the major investors are also major investors over in the the Dow. And these things are starting to interlink. They are borrowing against those positions to buy Bitcoin. So when those positions shake, all the underlying assets are going to shake as well. And here we are. But that's kind of where we break apart out here between the longs and the shorts. Now, I'm all for scalping. I'm all for leverage trading. I'm all for anything that takes your money and turns it into more money. But it really, really matters what you do with the money. If everything out here for you in crypto, all of it, if all of it is simply a scalp, then this video isn't for you. It has nothing to do with you whatsoever. But if you are actually into products for the tech, and there are a few of them, I know we kind of laugh it off on Twitter right now, but there are actually a few of them that are just excellent tech. Those are the ones that I stick with. And I take advantage of I was on the wrong frame. Sorry, guys. I take advantage of market conditions like this so that I can grow my long positions. Those are the untouchables. Doesn't matter. All right. They're so far under their intrinsic valuations, at least where I put them, that me selling right now any of those tokens is just absolutely ludicrous. It is just like lighting money on fire. So you still got to find a way to earn, because I still want to increase those positions. As long as those tokens are out there and they are being sold and they are critically undervalued, then I'm going to have to do what I have to do in the short term to increase those longs. So that's what I mean when I say the long and the short of it. And again, I know I've talked about this on the streams. Bella and I have hammered this to death, but I've been making so many evergreen videos, and it just seems like I need to start tying those things together. And this is one of the ways that I tie them together. This right here, that's herd mentality. That's what that is. That is just pure herd mentality, and I don't run with the herd. So anyway, that's what we got for this one. And I needed it. I needed to really get this one out. Hope you guys enjoy it. Questions or comments, Scott@thepodocasts.com. I will answer any and all of them. I forgot what camera I was on here. And until next time, guys, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.